You are now entering Now Chat.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 11 of the Now Chat podcast. Today we got me, Cameron, as well as James, Philip, Caleb, and Dylan with us. To start this off, we have our weekly Rex suggestion. So for all of you, what's a talent that you would like to learn, assumedly that you haven't already learned?
No, kind of feeling.
Shut up! Oh my god, it makes no sense.
So yeah, I think the talent I'd actually want would maybe be sailing.
Like,
okay.
like
on a boat. To just like have a talent or to like learn it quickly. I would love to sail.
That's actually interesting. I didn't even think of sailing as something that like is a talent, but it is.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It's actually it's very skilled.
Caleb, what about you? What's your talent that you want to learn?
I would love to learn how to play piano, like really, really well. I would probably be the talent that I would love, because I'm pretty musically inclined, just like in general, but
Bro, you hit things with sticks.
Yeah. Yep.
Cameron, you also hit things with sticks. You're both percussionists.
Exactly. But my personality fits that of hitting things with sticks, so it's okay.
What the frick? What is that?
You're very angry.
Anyways, yeah, but I know guitar, I know, I can sing, but I don't know. I've always felt like piano is one of those instruments that you can literally play anything on, and I don't know. It just seems like such a cool talent to be able to just have.
Yeah, mine's kind of similar. I've always wanted to play the violin. I've always wanted to own a violin and learn how to actually play it.
Bro, I did that when I was 8.
You know what, Philip? I hit things with sticks. So,
I keep offering to teach you and Eric how to play violin, but you two don't take me up on it.
I'd love to, but I kind of live 3 states away.
Have you ever heard of Zoom?
Have you ever tried to dude, the high school we went to during COVID had Zoom band practices.
Oh.
You can't imagine those went well.
No.
Even
That's
private
awful.
lessons over Zoom were terrible from what I've heard.
Yeah, no, I was being sarcastic.
Yeah, no. Nah. But also violins cost a fortune, and I do not have a fortune.
Honestly, if you spend Craigslist, if you spend $500, you could actually get a pretty decent starter violin.
Bro, did this guy just say $500?
Dude, that's a decent amount of money. That's a month's rent, less than a month's rent, but barely.
But barely.
You know
that's
what?
A month's rent, or a fraction of
It's $100 less than rent. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, but it is a lot.
Yeah, 500 is a lot of money.
You have to be pretty. I think you'd have to be somewhat dedicated to the idea.
Yeah, you'd have to be very dedicated.
A while ago, I was I want to get good at typing, right? So I started practicing, and I got good. And I got good at typing, but I didn't need to buy a $500 keyboard. I had one.
Yeah,
you just typed on your computer.
I can imagine Philip with a $500 keyboard.
I've been so tempted.
Philip, so if it's not typing though, what is the skill you'd like to learn, the talent?
I actually, this is kind of random just to come up with something for the question. Yes. First of all, I immediately went, yes, waterboarding.
Right? He's not wrong.
It is boarding on the water.
And it is kind of a skill.
No, I thought that was funny because I was actually thinking of I think it's boogie boarding. Well, I don't know what it is.
Skimboarding?
Hmm?
Are you talking where there's a little bit of water on the beach and you throw a board across, jump on it, and you skim across the water?
Yeah, kind of. But I've seen posts on Instagram of people doing it across canals.
Yo.
Or something, and it was super sick.
I gotta try that.
I kind of want to do that. So yeah, that was what I was talking about.
Not the torture technique.
Honestly, wait, actually though, I mean, it'd be useful
to know.
Yo, I wonder how to say Chinese waterboarding, Chinese water torture in Chinese.
Torture.
You just say Chinese water torture. Why was that so hard?
No,
in Chinese.
In Chinese,
Yeah.
instead of you just drop the Chinese part because
yeah, it's just
it's
water.
already in Chinese. So it's just water first.
Anyways, Dylan, what's the talent you'd like to learn?
I know. Am I allowed to say it without Caleb saying some stupid comment?
I mean, Caleb, resist. I know what you're about to say, and I think it would be really funny, but resist.
Well, I wanted to do piano as well, but
that's cool. I think
I
piano's
wanted
cool.
to do that. It is.
You have no idea how much.
Shut up!
effort that
Shut
took.
up! Shut up!
Okay, but actually, basically everything that all of you chose as like the thing you wanted to learn would be, I would like to do as well. That would be great.
Yeah, actually, same.
No, I was thinking that same thing. That was like, I mean, yeah. I don't know. I feel like once you hear someone else's talent, you're just like, oh yeah, no, that's actually like really a good idea.
Yeah.
Like, I would like honestly, I envy you, Philip, so much just because of your ability with math. Like,
yeah,
I cannot do that.
Yeah, dude.
I wish I was that good at math.
Dude, I just wish I was like
if I was good at math.
Oh, same. I've always wanted to like go into physics, but I'm too stupid.
Right? Physics is cool.
It's so interesting, but like I don't understand it. So
Uh-huh.
I have some friends up here who are astrophysics majors.
Bro, what?
Yeah, dude. You know Matt from up here?
No.
Oh. Some people know Matt. We've played video games with him. He's an astrophysics major. I'm pretty sure.
Bro, what's his star sign?
Candy corn? Aquarium? I don't know. So Dylan. Do you prefer
Among Us or Crab Games?
You know what? Crab Game is my favorite game, to be honest, because it's just everybody against each other and there's no really team, so it's fine. So
maturity is realizing that both games suck.
Well then, Dylan, you're gonna like this. Philip, you're gonna hate this. We have new channels in our Discord server, where y'all can join if we're playing Among Us, Crab Games, whatever. Y'all can join us. Caleb will not be there. He's not got the permission to access it.
If you want to be the supreme, actually good. Well, wait, no. Did you say I was gonna be there?
I said you're not gonna be there. You're not gonna have the permissions to join the voice chats.
Wait, why is that?
Because Caleb's mean.
Are you playing Among Us, Cameron?
I'll play if we get a server-wide thing with the podcast and people outside of our group play. Then I kind of feel a need to, but I kind of despise Among Us.
Isn't that what we try to do multiple times and someone doesn't want to play?
Not with the podcasters.
Yeah, we've done podcasters and outside of the podcasters.
Man. You know what, Caleb? I'm giving you the permissions to the channel and unlimited your mom jokes for the rest of the podcast.
Woo! I said that too loud. My mom's gonna kill me. Holy crap.
Caleb's mom.
Caleb's mom.
Caleb's mom.
Wait, give me a second. Let me close my door. I have made the biggest mistake. My mom is actually gonna kill me.
Hopefully.
Good. Have her do it, please.
It'll be the ultimate your mom joke.
Yeah, there you go. That's how you die.
Hey guys, guess how Caleb died?
Your mom?
Your mom.
Well, his mom.
Oh god.
Caleb will step up to the pearly gates and meet St. Peter. They'll be like, "What is this? What happened?" And St. Peter will be like, "Caleb, you died." Caleb will be like, "What? But how? I was so young and healthy." And St. Peter will just simply reply, "Your mom."
Oh my god.
That would make
Tomorrow there's a big thing going on. Our podcaster Tyler is making a short film, and myself, James, and the other person that's here that begins with a C but not Cameron, is in it. And we are doing a read through, and then we're gonna produce it.
Not even saying my name.
Yep. Yep, I'm stooping that low. There you go.
I'm gonna make a language that is.
No.
I can't even finish that.
I don't
statement.
even want you to finish that
I can't
sentence.
even
Tell me.
I can't even finish that statement. No.
Are you just gonna say you're gonna make a language that's just your mom?
Yeah.
Dude, you can do that. You know how?
How?
Tones.
Like clicks? Like the African languages.
Oh my God.
Or like
Wait,
maybe
hold
not.
on.
Maybe not.
Hold
African,
on.
like
I want you to
indigenous.
slowly say
No,
the
no,
word
no, you got
your
it right.
mom, Caleb, and tell me how many times you clicked during it.
Yeah, mom.
Gosh, wow.
Oh my God.
No, I haven't, James.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my God.
IPA chart. Cameron, you got it?
I'm still dying from what Caleb did.
What did Caleb do?
Me too. So the IPA chart stands for the International Phonetic Alphabet.
Where did this coming
and-
from?
That actually was such a good segue, and I didn't even mean to.
You didn't even mean to.
I
I thought that was
I
intentional.
literally didn't mean to do that.
That's amazing. All right. In
I am the
stream
god
chat,
of segues.
bruh,
Anyway,
in
you know,
stream
somebody
chat, I sent the link to the IPA chart. Basically what this is, it's every sound that exists in all the known languages. Oh shoot, this is not the one that I want. Hold on.
I have the PDF. I can send it over.
No, I don't want the PDF.
Oh, that's what I was referencing.
Are
when we
human
talked.
beings capable of
Here.
expanding this list?
Yes. Kind of.
Yeah, so James, real quick, just explain the IPA in terms of consonants.
I'm sorry.
and
Whenever
only
you say
consonants.
IPA, I just keep thinking of beer.
Yeah.
me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone, click on the second link, the IPA chart. Okay. And then scroll down to pulmonic consonants.
Love them.
Okay, you see all those?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you a quick rundown. So all of the spaces with a letter in it are sounds that exist in human languages. All of the green spaces that are empty are sounds that could exist in natural languages. And then all of the gray spaces are sounds that the human anatomy cannot pronounce.
Challenge accepted.
Good. That was what I was counting on. So, real quick, on the far left, you have the manner of enunciation. So if it's plosive, that means you stop the air and then go. So think of P's, B's, D's, T's, etc. Nasal is nasal. Trill, you can think of like the Spanish r. Tap or flap, you could think of the yeah, I know that was terrible. Right now, okay. The tap or flap, you could think of the Scottish R.
That sounds like a fun game.
Tap or flap. That's a new dating app right there.
Tap or flap, bro.
Oh my god.
Anyways, James, go on.
All right, just below tap or flap, you've got fricatives, which means some of the airflow.
Yeah, tap or flap does often lead to fricatives.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. You've got fricatives, which means part of the airflow is stopped and part of the airflow goes. So like F's, V's, you're like stopping some of the air. Exactly. And then at the top you have bilabial, labial, dental, dental. And so bilabial means you're using both your lips. Labial dental means you're using lips and a set of teeth, so like F's and V's. Yeah, exactly. You got it. And then alveolar. Well, I'm not gonna go through all of them because it's a lot. But then dental is like just your teeth, so like T's and THs and stuff.
What?
All right. So I wanted to give this because I want you guys to try to pronounce some of these. We're gonna start really easy with a bilabial plosive. All right. So bilabial plosive, that means you use both of your lips and then you make like an explosive sound.
Wait. It tells us what sounds to make though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before you
like
click
too
them,
easy.
I want you to try to pronounce.
Wait, why do I
them.
need? Wait, you can click on them.
Yeah.
Oh, you can.
Mhm.
So is
So
this not just the English like way to say these letters?
Not exactly. It uses the Latin alphabet because it was created by Western dudes who knew primarily Greek and Latin in like the 1700s. And so that's why it's mostly letters you recognize.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. All right. So like a bilabial plosive would be like P or B. So pa, ba. And if you move to dental, that's your T. Dental plosive T, T. So then labial dental. Yeah.
Sorry, I was practicing.
I heard it. You're doing great.
Very good, Caleb.
So then labial dental fricative would be like an F or a V.
Fricative.
Fricative.
Labial dental fricative.
Fricative. Notice that fricatives use both the F and the V in the name.
Very labial dental of them.
Oh, fuck.
No, don't look at vowels.
Oh, sorry.
We're not to vowels yet, Caleb.
We're not gonna get to the vowels. All right. So try a bilabial fricative. All right. So you see like the bilabial chart. So that means using both your lips, and then some of the airflow is stopped.
Fa.
You said bilabial?
Bilabial, both your lips.
Fa.
Va.
Va.
Okay, they're saying the F and the V, which is the labial.
Va.
So yeah, you don't want to use your teeth for this.
What?
Yeah, you're not allowed to use your teeth because it's not
the
a dental.
one is not the dental one.
Yeah. So
bilabial is both your lips, so you got to make a
so it'd be
fricative
like,
sound, which is like a
ba.
ba
Va. Va.
va
Ba.
va
Ba.
va.
Va.
What is this?
Va.
All right, so what about a bilabial tap or flap?
A bilabial tap or flap? Okay. So those don't exist in any language. But if you go up a little bit to a bilabial trill, go ahead and click on that for a second.
Bra, a bra.
Bra. Bra.
No, don't use your tongue.
Oh,
Bra.
What?
Bra.
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 Yeah.
You know the thing like
Oh,
motorboating?
wow. I can't do that.
Motorboarding? Motorboating?
No, motorboating. Do that with your lips.
Bra.
Raspberries.
Yeah, raspberries.
I don't think motorboating and raspberries are the same thing, James.
They're basically the same thing.
No,
Bra.
that's not.
Interesting. When I do the raspberry noise with my mouth, it doesn't pick it up on my mic.
Bra.
There you go.
Bra. I'm a
There you
freaking
go.
god.
There's your bilabial.
I mean, I'm not a god. Sorry, that was kind of weird.
All right. So try bilabial tap or flap.
Oh, easy dubs. Wait, that's not a thing.
Wait, what's the tap or flap?
All right. So this is where it gets interesting. You don't see a letter there, which means it doesn't exist in a known language, but it could exist. So we're anatomically capable of making it.
Okay. That
So go for it.
doesn't mean that I can do it.
Do it. No.
Wait,
No. Yes, it does. You're anatomically able, so do it.
Wait.
Ba-
Bruh. So
What?
R. Bra. Bra.
bra.
Bra.
What
Bra.
is? Wait,
Bra.
you're gonna have to
Bra.
remind. What's tap
Bra.
or flap?
Bra.
It's like the Scottish R. Bruh. You're not like rolling it. You're just like tapping it for a second.
Oh, interesting. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Bra.
it's basically the
Bra.
difference between like a rolled and a tapped.
Corazon.
Bra. Bra.
Corazon.
Bra. Bra.
Bruh.
Bra. Bra. Bra.
Just go. Guys,
Bra.
we're dumb. All you gotta do is go, bruh.
Bruh.
No, there's no tap on it,
No, there's no tap, and you made the R.
which isn't
You added a
which
letter.
isn't bilabial.
Sorry.
All right.
You absolutely got him.
All right, now it's time for Caleb to try pronouncing these ones in gray.
All right. Hold
I
on.
need Caleb to pronounce a glottal trill.
Glottal trill.
Yes.
All right. So real quick, the glottal plosive you see at the top is like when you say the word "uh-oh." It's at the very bottom of your throat, and it's like plosive. So I can't do it quite right.
The guy.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll try doing that, but trill it.
Wow. Got it.
It's basically Chewbacca, right?
No, because that would be more uvular.
I think his noises come out of his chest.
No, listen to the uvular trill.
Uvular trill.
Ra, a ra.
Ra.
Maybe.
Ra. So that's like the top of your throat. Ra. Or maybe a little bit lower. Ra. The glottal is at the bottom of your throat.
Ara.
Baka?
Sussy baka.
So moving a little bit away from this, James, could you inform the rest of these fellows on the very unique language of Paraha?
Paraha. Okay. So Paraha is misspelled. You misspelled Paraha. That's fine.
You know what? I do my best.
You're doing great, Cameron. Paraha is a really unique language because it's... Yes, she does. Thank you.
That was actually a really good insertion of that joke.
Yeah.
That one actually made sense.
The Paraha language is one that doesn't have colors or numbers.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So the people who speak the Paraha language don't count, and they don't say colors. What
Bro,
they do
are
for
part of a
colors,
society?
they're part of their own society. It's a small village that speaks this language. I think it's about 700 speakers. I want to say 400.
Like,
like
how
that.
do you? They don't have like an economy.
No, not a lot. They're more like I'm trying to think a good way to phrase it. They're like a small village, hunter-gatherer village, if you will.
And they have a chief and stuff.
I have no idea if they have a chief.
So you know a ton about their language, but you know nothing about their people.
I haven't done as much research as I'd like to.
You are not one of us.
Wow. Jamie, go ahead and pull it up. See if you can find the Piraha people and if they have a chief or not, or how their hierarchical system works. But essentially, for colors, they'll say like closer to blood or closer to tree, or looks similar to a leaf.
Bro, just learn the word brown.
Bruh. Bruh.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Dude, every time I say bruh now, that's what I'm gonna think of. Bruh.
Bruh. The other thing is, so for their counting, they can't count. The people of the Paraha language can't count. Instead, they say things like more or less than. So 2 fish is more than 1 fish. So they're unable to count.
Wait, so like, what if there's 3 fish? What the frick are they gonna do?
More than 2. Or more
Wait,
than...
they don't have the number.
No, listen. They're going to put 2 fish next to 3 fish. They're going to point at the 3 fish and say, more than this. Or like, there's more of this than this.
Oh, I no.
So like, if they caught 3 fish today and 2 fish yesterday, they say we have more fish today than yesterday.
Yeah, now here's the
Okay, I was like,
wait. You can't wait. So if they ask like, oh, how many fish did you catch today? They would be like more than yesterday, but less than 2 days ago.
Yeah, basically.
Like,
probably something like that. I don't know exactly how.
Bro,
that could be anywhere in the range from like 0 to 200.
In reality, these are the most philosophical people that we've ever met, but we just don't know it yet.
Because they can't count.
They're pretty interesting.
They can't count.
It's actually really interesting that they like never developed like an understanding of colors and numbers because of that.
The other really cool thing about this is their language is incredibly tonal. So do you all know what tonal means or no?
Tonal is like the way it sounds.
Not exactly. So Chinese is a tonal language. Thai is a tonal language. In Chinese, you've got 4 tones. You got ma, 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 ma. So you've got different tones. And that influences your words and how they pronounce and what they mean. In the Paraha, they have so many tones that they can basically hum their language.
Yo, what?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's actually kind of...
Dude.
Okay, not like that.
Exactly like that, Caleb. How
Wait,
did you learn
wait,
this
guess what?
language?
Guess what? I said your mom learned this language.
That's what I thought.
Jesus Christ.
James was calling for his ma.
Why did you bring my mom, a horse, and a question mark into this?
Those are all the same things, James.
Your mom is a question mark horse.
Oh my god.
Oh,
James,
was good.
Weren't you telling me that like somebody went down there, like somebody who like lives in modern society went there and tried to like explain it and they just didn't understand?
Yeah, so there was a Christian missionary by the name of Daniel Everett, and he was trying to talk to them about God. And when he got there, he asked them like, "Have you ever met Jesus, or do you know Jesus?" And the person looked at him and said, "Have you ever met Jesus?" And Daniel went, "No," and the dude walked away. The reason why is because in addition to being a language that doesn't have colors or numbers, they're a very, very literal language, and they have a hard time with the concepts of future or past or abstract concepts. They can't think in abstract ways because their language doesn't allow it. Their language doesn't say things like, "Oh, this could be possible," or like, "There's a dude who exists in a spiritual way."
Well, they can't even speak of possibility at all.
Yeah, they have a really hard time. I don't know to what degree that is, but the fact that Daniel hadn't met Jesus like in person means that the conversation was done.
Dang. Wait.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that I think about it, this is the most non-philosophical, like,
Yeah.
ever. Like, that's... I take it back.
Yeah.
They have zero capacity for philosophy, if that's true. Like,
it is true, yeah. So,
And therefore zero capacity for happiness.
Honestly. Literally, philosophy is my life.
They might have phrases that would, like, bring joy, but they might not talk about joy in the same way we do, as, like, an abstract emotion.
That's so
I don't know exactly
weird.
how they would talk about it. Yeah. It's a super interesting language.
I'm just reading stream chat and Jamie says, first off, how to spell parahaha people.
Oh yeah, hold on.
Wait, no, they got it.
But then they got it, and then he said there appears to be no social hierarchy. The Paraha have no formal leaders. Their social system is similar to that of many other hunter-gatherer bands in the world, although rare in the Amazon because of a history of horticulture before Western contact. Source Wikipedia, so take that as you will.
Yeah, and then Rex adds they're from Brazil. The Paraha are indigenous people of the Amazon rainforest in Brazil. So yeah.
That's really interesting.
So fascinating.
Taking that a little bit further, I know me and James had talked about some of this linguistic stuff a few days ago. Didn't you say that there are other similar native languages that are kind of taken into fiction films? And there's like a whole linguistic morality to how things are used like that? Yeah,
so there was an interview with David Peterson, who created Dothraki and High Valyrian from Game of Thrones.
Okay.
And he was asked this question in an interview. The dude asked, wouldn't it be better and more ethically sound to use an already existing but dying language in films and movies? Because if we're making new languages, that means that we're putting emphasis on new languages, and other languages that are going extinct will die. David Peterson had a really interesting answer to this. He was talking about how a lot of these languages, a lot of people who speak them don't want their language outside of their tribe. So they want to keep it within their tribe. So if that was the case, then you couldn't take that one because that would be morally wrong.
Oh, what? That's so cool.
Exactly.
Well, okay. Sorry, not to take away from your point too much.
And have somebody of a different.
Some cultures are like that.
Speak that.
Some cultures are like that.
Not to
they don't want other people to learn it.
Not
They're
to
so
take
stubborn
from your point.
that they would be so racist as to make themselves die out.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus Christ.
I was thinking about this in so I went to South Africa 2 years ago, and it was really interesting. So like I don't want to get this wrong, but like Swahili was like one of the biggest languages there, right?
Yep. Yeah.
But
don't they also speak Afrikaans? Or
yeah, so
South
Afrikaans
Africa,
is
yeah.
another big one. Yeah, so Swahili and Afrikaans are two really big ones, and then but like those are like the two really big ones, and then each of their like little tribes or little towns that they're in, like have their own language.
Yeah.
And so like you know the two big languages, so you can communicate with everyone, and then like you know your own language, and that's kind of how you know who your true friends and people are, is by like the language.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting.
And in South Africa, there's actually two other languages that are really big. That isn't all the languages in South Africa, but
yeah,
two of the other languages are. I mean, yeah, there's so many languages.
Yeah.
The other two are Zulu and Xhosa.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I actually have my cousin, not cousin, I think it's my uncle. I don't know, whatever. I know someone that runs a radio station in South Africa, and he runs it in Zulu.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So both Zulu and Xhosa are clicking languages. So if you go back to the IPA chart, you see the 5 clicks there?
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
So bilabial click would be like, or
James, your mic is not picking those up. I apologize.
Yeah. Hold on. Dental. Pick that up. You can click on it.
Yeah. Here, I'll give me a second. I'll click on each of them so that the listeners can hear what they sound like.
There you go.
This is bilabial. This is dental. Post alveolar. Yeah, that one.
You said that 2 different ways.
Palatoalveolar.
Alveolar.
Alveolar lateral.
Yep.
They're very like non-distinct. Like they each kind of sound similar.
Yeah, it's a little hard to hear. But if you're like in person, you can hear it a lot better. So in the language, Xhosa, that was the language that was in Black Panther, and that one right there is the alveolar lateral.
Interesting.
Yeah. So this ties into that whole ethics debate. Should you use languages that are kind of dying out? Now, the unique thing about Xhosa is that it's not dying out, really. There's still a lot of people that speak it, and this is actually a language that you could learn if you want to. There's some teachers on italki that could teach you, and there's some other sources. There's other reasons why you wouldn't use a language that's dying out. Other moral reasons.
I know that I as a film major, this is like super interesting to me, because for the longest time I thought all the Star Wars languages were just fake made up languages, but they're not.
Kinda.
Some of them are.
Some of them are. Some of them are not. Like the language the Jawas speak. I want to get this right. Jawas are the little dudes in the big thing that come to Luke's farm in the 4th movie.
Yeah, that's Zulu.
Right? Utini. Yes. I'm trying to figure out.
Didn't Lucas just tell someone who speaks Zulu to like talk a bunch, and then he picked out different things from the talking and then sped it up and made it really, really high?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. They just made Zulu really high pitched and really fast.
Yeah,
and that's what they did.
Is that offensive?
Yeah, that's my question. Like,
so you probably have to talk to people who speak Zulu.
Interesting.
Because like if they did that with English, I would have no issue with it.
Yeah, but we're like everybody speaks English.
Like that's just cool.
Yeah. But it might be different for the people who speak Zulu. They might take offense to that, or maybe they gave him permission. Maybe they're like, "Yeah, that's a great idea. Use our language like that." I don't know.
Or it might be different, especially if you were to use like one of those more like dying out languages. It might be more offensive because their language is so vulnerable, even as it is.
Well, and the other thing about using a language that already exists but is dying out typically they don't have a massive vocabulary, and especially if you're using them for like sci-fi or fantasy series or movies, they're not going to have any of the vocabulary you need. Talking about a lightsaber, okay, how in the world would you say a lightsaber in another language, in one of those talking out languages? So they would have to either have someone from that village on set constantly to always add new vocabulary to the language, or they would have to take it into their own hands and add vocabulary, and they would take the risk that the vocabulary they're adding doesn't stay true to the language.
Yeah, that's a really difficult spot, as like thinking about like how I would go about making a film. I mean, most people who aren't as informed on this topic would just be like, this language sounds cool, boom, put it in. And then have to just be like, oh, we'll just make new words. But like that's actually super dangerous, because you can even like when you're just like making new words willy-nilly because it's a movie and it's a fiction film, you can literally like ruin the grammar of an entire language and the sentence structure and how they say certain things just because you're making new words and putting them maybe where they shouldn't be and stuff like that. You could literally ruin a language.
I mean, you definitely could do that. You basically would have to have no knowledge of how the language works, though.
Well, Peter Jackson had no idea how Harry Potter worked, and he still made that movie. So, 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Yeah. So, like my point.
Yeah. Real quick, I do want to get into the Spider-Man trailer, but I need to use the bathroom so terribly bad. So.
Nice. So, Caleb.
Yes.
Do you have a Cameron's Toilet Talk?
All right. So for this Cameron's Toilet Talk, James, do you have one?
Yeah, I do have one. I don't know if it's the greatest one.
That's okay.
All right. If Cameron didn't speak English natively, what language do you think fits him best?
Dude, okay, what's
French.
the language?
French?
Well, no, that's realistic. I don't want to go realistic.
I've been quiet this whole time, and the one time I say something, they seem okay.
Well, I'm just saying that's realistic. Like,
but it's not English.
Yeah, that's why it's realistic.
Okay, but what do you mean, man? You said just what language would he speak?
Yeah, no, Dylan, you got it right.
Okay, I was honestly thinking German just because I think it'd be hilarious just trying to, like, watching him try and learn German. Or, like, speaking German.
Yeah, I could see him
or Chinese.
German. Dude.
I think...
freaking native Chinese, Cameron.
What about Greek?
Dude. Greek would be good, too.
What's up, Philip?
Greek. Modern Greek. That'd be a great one.
Actually, yeah, I could see.
Greek?
Yeah, I can see that.
Honestly, like, I've heard people talk about, like Greek and, like...
Hebrew.
Yeah, but I don't actually know what they sound like.
Dude, Greek sounds like better Spanish.
Whoa.
What? Are you serious?
To me personally, I've never really liked the sound of Spanish.
We have value words in this language, so we don't need to constantly make comparisons. All right.
Okay, and
better Spanish. How dare you?
That's just what it sounds like to me. Like instead of adios, it's adioses. Like that just sounds nicer.
What are you talking about?
What did you say?
We're talking about the difference between Spanish and Greek. I said I think Greek sounds like the better Spanish. Like what Spanish could sound like.
If it was better.
In a perfect world.
In a perfect world, yes.
Real quick, I just went to the bathroom and my stomach had the rumblies that only hands can satisfy. So I went to the kitchen to get a banana because I had groceries delivered today from Meijer. And they got here while I was in class, right? And I had ordered it was like $4 delivery. It wasn't bad at all. Way better than just going to the store. They delivered them while I was in class, and I ordered a bunch of bananas, like, 5 to 8. But when it said it, I put the number 1 next to bunch of bananas, Well, apparently the guy who was picking up my groceries saw that and thought, this man wants a single banana. So I got one banana.
Guys,
How much
I know what
did you
the
pay
answer
for
is.
one banana, Cameron?
39 cents.
Oh wait, what the heck? That's like
Yeah, I just checked my
Is it
receipt.
reasonable.
Like, it literally charged me for the price of one banana because it charges whatever he bought. But he just bought me one
Yeah.
banana. Because he was like, this guy just wants one single banana.
That's so funny.
Anyways.
So I think I know the answer to the question.
What question?
Gorilla.
Gorilla.
Yes.
Yes.
Excuse
Yes.
me?
Yes, indeed.
Banana.
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, though,
Uh-huh.
it wasn't clear to me until you said it, and now I'm
Yeah.
like, honestly, that would
Well,
work.
Like
I was thinking like
that's
Tarzan.
a little
Tarzan.
it's a little like it's a little forward, isn't it? I mean, maybe more like chimpanzee or
I'm so
Spider monkey?
confused.
I was thinking like Tarzan. I mean, not that cool, but like that.
Like not as strong or anything like that. Just like
Yeah, no,
it-
not
it-
not
it-
like the.
it'd be like a squeak. It'd be like a pubescent Tarzan.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Yo, speaking of Spider Monkey, Spider-Man trailer came out.
There we go. Finally, we get to this trailer. Jesus Christ.
speaking of Spider Monkey.
Hey, that was still a better transition than James has ever done in his entire life.
Look, all I'm saying about my segues is that the new Spider-Man trailer sounds really cool, and I'm really excited to check it out.
Alright, so what we're gonna
I've
do
seen
is
it.
we're all gonna pull up the Spider-Man trailer unless we've already seen it.
fun.
Because it did drop today. And then I'm just gonna cut from right here. Excuse me?
My burp can be the cutout.
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Alright, everybody go pull this trailer up.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Okay.
So we know
Alright.
that there is
Dang, I hate it.
5 villains.
So, I didn't really like the first couple trailers I saw, but I'm really excited to see like all the villains back.
Yeah, me too.
I mean,
Holy.
Doc and like, freaking, is that Willem Dafoe? Did they get Willem Dafoe?
That is his suit.
Yeah.
You're talking about Doc
but
Ock?
did they get-
I don't think it's William
No.
Dafoe though. I don't think it's William Dafoe because he died.
Yeah, but this is
Oh,
Marvel.
come on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
also
also
the Doc Ock.
him a little more and he'd come back.
Doc Ock. We don't know what happened to Doc Ock.
Oh.
Also, we don't, and technically that could have been the event that because he like literally he could have just come through the explosion and then just saying.
So my question is, his last act, Doc Ock, was of
Willem
good
Dafoe.
nature.
Willem Dafoe is
Yes. Yes.
Norman Osborn.
Dude,
Yup.
I freaking love Willem Dafoe.
I didn't say it was impossible, bro. Just because, but like if it
Maybe he
Oh,
did
no,
say
I
he
was just
doing a
confirming.
different event.
he is dead.
For
like,
his
in,
death,
in
though.
that universe, he was dead.
Yeah,
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 but
yeah.
maybe something happened before he died that he came through. An event before.
I thought you were
he-
saying the actor died.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was super concerned for a half second.
No.
No.
Willem Dafoe
Dude.
would never die.
But all we know
Willem
right
Dafoe
now
can't die.
He's
that's
immortal.
confirmed from that trailer is 5 villains. We don't know the 6th one yet.
Oh yeah, because they said 6 villains.
I called Lizard in there. Caleb was like, "Lizard's not in there." I said, "Yes, he
I
is."
never said that.
Yes, you
Was
did.
there anything there?
So
I didn't.
there's Lizard, Electro. Which
Dylan
did you see
literally just
Electro's
lied.
mask? Okay, shut
I
up, Cam.
never
I
said
know
that.
you said that.
Oh, it's Venom.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's not.
Maybe.
So,
But
hold
you
on,
also
Jared.
have Vulture. You have to have
So
Vulture.
he's not a villain.
Vulture is a villain. Did you not see it from
What? No Venom.
Venom.
Venom's not a
So
villain.
okay, hold on.
Also,
listen,
that does
listen to
not
this.
seem like Doc Ock is a villain in this.
Yeah,
Oh, it
it
seemed like he
didn't
was.
seem like it.
He's a very
Okay, anyway,
kind villain.
so hold on,
He talks
real
about
quick
his
about
name.
Venom. 2 things. One, did you all see the black Spider-Man? Like his suit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that could be the Venom from Spider-Man number 3.
It doesn't really.
That's the villain. Also,
yeah. That's
did
fair.
you all see the second Venom?
Yeah.
I have
No.
not.
Yes. Well, you
Okay.
can't say anything now, James.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Well,
spoil
no,
it.
you may because I don't plan on seeing it.
I plan on seeing it.
Oh, okay, then don't say anything.
I'm sorry.
I
Yeah,
did.
That would be big spoilers.
It was
You all know what I'm talking about.
It was yeah.
Alright.
But Caleb brought a fact that he may not be a villain. He may just be there.
Which
I
is
don't
why I think if Venom was the sixth villain, it would be the Venom from the third Spider-Man movie, Tobey Maguire.
But what about from Spider-Man? What was the second one with the Vulture? Which one was that? Homecoming or?
Yeah, Homecoming.
Oh
Homecoming?
yeah.
Do you know the end credit in there when he's in the prison and the guy with the scorpion tattoo, scorpion guy? Was that
No.
like a one and done thing with him?
We don't know.
I
It could be
don't know.
Scorpion,
But it could be Scorpion, and he could release.
but that's technically J. Jonah Jameson's son. Like according to
sure.
comics, I don't. Yes, he eventually becomes Scorpion
Yo, that's cool.
But he had a scorpion
in the comics
tattoo
at
that
least. I don't know
kinda
how.
hinted he was a scorpion. But we also have Rhino. Rhino might be it because he ended off with Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man fighting him. So what if during that fight they both get sucked into the universe?
Also, just to like kind of refer back to a conversation that me and Jamie had earlier, I'm so glad that they didn't like release anything about like the other Spider-Mans
Yeah, I
on
know.
whether they're in it or not.
I'm
glad.
so
And I
hoping
really-
that there are other
I really-
Spider-Men.
me too, but I really hope they don't say anything about it.
Me too.
I don't want them to release a trailer with them in it. I really don't.
Huh.
I don't think it's needed at this point.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
there's
both
Literally, we should know.
Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are in this, right?
We don't know.
No, none of that's been confirmed.
No idea.
Everyone
they've been,
keeps
like,
saying it, but it's never
saying
been
it,
confirmed.
yeah.
No one has ever confirmed it.
And on IMDb they are not in
So
the
really
cast
confusing.
list.
Oh, that's so sad.
So,
Yeah.
like, and honestly, like, I wouldn't be surprised if they're not in it. And I'm not. I honestly wouldn't be that mad if they're not.
Yeah, same.
Like,
I hope
I
they
think-
are.
I hope they are. Like, I think it'd be really cool if they were. But like, if they're not, I think this is epic enough. They're freaking. He's literally fighting every villain from like every universe, every the universes that we've already seen. So
Yeah.
it's already nostalgic in one sense. So
Yeah.
I don't think they necessarily need the other two Spider-Mans to make it more nostalgic. Also,
I want them to
loved
bring in
the
Spider-Verse.
comic accurate Electro. That
Yeah,
was
you
so
saw that?
good.
Yeah, you saw this little star pattern on his face.
I mean, it wasn't like totally comic accurate, but it was kind of comic accurate, and I
That was
liked it.
pretty
I liked
cool.
it. I liked the little tease to the comic accurate. I love that.
Well, Green
It was really
Goblin
good.
also is supposed to get a comic accurate outfit. He's supposed to get purple and green with a satchel.
That would be legit.
in there because they were looking at costume designs and that was mentioned, and there was a costume model of him with that. So what I'm thinking is, because if you also look in one of the trailers, Dr. Octopus's tentacles have red on it now. So
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
thinking is, because also Electro is yellow now instead of blue. So I'm thinking all these villains are going to get upgrades because of Dr. Octopus being, so advanced, with help maybe from Green Goblin, or maybe Green Goblin is the one that does it and gives them all upgrades. Hence why they look a little bit different now than they did in the past. Except for
I can see that.
Sandman. Sandman looks pretty the same. Unless
See-
he gets a different shirt.
My problem is that I haven't seen the third Tobey Maguire movies or not movies. Third Tobey Maguire movie or either of the Andrew
Wow.
Garfield movies.
Bro, what?
Wow.
I
What
know.
are you doing?
All right, we should have a Spider-Man marathon.
I was thinking when I
Yeah,
go back, when I
seriously,
get back
how?
home, let's watch those and then let's go see the release.
Dude, 7 movies. We could do this.
Honestly,
Depends if
it's
you
not
did it
that
with
bad.
Star Wars.
We
I mean,
did-
we did
Yeah,
it with
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars.
We did
Yeah.
11 with Star Wars. Excuse me.
That's fair. That's fair.
Star Wars was
Listen,
2
I don't have work.
days.
That was insane. That
Yeah, we
was
could do that.
crazy.
I'm down.
When does
So,
it come out? The
Do
7th?
you guys not think that there's like
17th.
any issues of cohesion with this movie?
I think that
Definitely.
I feel
for
like it makes no sense with the past 2 movies.
for
It's
people
ju-
who
it-
have
it's
seen
legit
Loki,
just like a Disney movie with like a monkey's paw. I wish I wasn't famous, and then like just bringing back all of the fanfare, old villains. I don't know.
I think that if you've seen Loki, and you have seen and understand the whole side of it that is the multiverse, then this film makes a lot of sense.
So
if you don't understand the multiverse and how it works between Doctor Strange and the Loki whole thing and all of that, then it kind of is confusing. Very confusing.
Well, if you also listen, there's a line that Tom Holland's Spider-Man says is that he says that he cannot do this alone. So either he's talking to the other, because you know how Marvel likes to mess with their trailers sometimes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where they take things out or mess with the lighting certain ways or try to tease you that way. So maybe he is talking to the other Spider-Mans. You never know. Because he just says, I can't do this alone, but you don't know who he's talking to.
The other Spider-Mans.
Also, James, back to the idea that Doc Ock, like, well, it was before he died, or got blown up in that thing. I think you're actually right. Because, and the reason why I think you're right is because of the fact that he wanted to kill Peter still.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like at the end of Spider-Man 2, they were kind of resolved. Like, they honestly, like, were on the same side by the end.
Yep, exactly.
And
so that's something that I'm not sure about.
Yeah.
The other thing is, I'm not exactly sure why Doctor Strange would do this for Peter.
But he meant to do it so nobody will remember Spider-Man. Yeah. But Peter messed up the spell.
No, I understand that. My question is, why would he do the spell in the first place for Peter? I don't know what he would gain doing it, and he knows the dangers of it. So I don't know why he would do it for Peter.
They saved half the universe.
I think the biggest reason would probably be anonymity. Because in the comics, Spider-Man's anonymity. Oh God, I can't speak. His being anonymous in the comics and in the first two film sets with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield all relied on the idea that nobody knows who he is. The whole mask of a superhero that Marvel doesn't really follow, right? Everybody knows who Captain America is. Everybody who knows who Doctor Strange is. Tony Stark is most definitely Iron Man. Nobody questions that. But like, it's mostly a DC thing that superheroes' identities aren't supposed to be known. For some reason, they just keep sticking with that idea with Spider-Man, and it's just too late to turn back at this point.
Yo, I just saw something in the stream chat when you said Doctor Strange. Rex put down, there's also a theory that Doctor Strange is Loki.
Yo, what?
Which now that makes me rethink the entire movies now. Because, like, I don't know. Because Loki has a lot to gain if that is true.
That's interesting. I don't know if she means specifically in this movie alone.
Well, probably not in this movie, but
she might mean this theory might be that Doctor Strange in this movie is Loki, but Doctor Strange overall is not Loki. It's just Loki's disguised as Strange during this movie, which would make a lot of sense because Strange isn't typically known to be a comedic person.
And
yet he makes that joke. He makes that joke. Where is it? He makes the joke.
Please, call me.
Oh yeah. I only know one magic word. And it's please. And then he goes please, and that's just a very Loki thing to do.
Right? Yeah, but that's because then it makes sense for him to bring villains into the universe. So maybe he could.
Well, no, maybe not though.
Not anymore.
No. Have you seen Loki, Dylan?
Yo, shoot, I haven't seen Loki.
I haven't seen Loki yet.
No spoilers, but the show redeems the character. It's actually such a good show. If you haven't seen it, go watch it.
I like the theme song for this one too. It's a slow version of the Spider-Man theme, which is pretty good.
Oh, I do like that.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, I think the movie's going to be really underwhelming. But
Philip's just a Spider-Man hater.
Yeah.
No, I love Spider-Man. This movie just is like probably not the greatest conception of a Spider-Man movie that I've heard of.
It picks up though because they couldn't just leave us on a cliffhanger of people knowing who Spider-Man is now. You know.
Yeah,
They
I
could've
thought that was like a
extended it.
great like change in the plot, and then immediately the next movie is like, but what if I
Well-
wished on a star that they didn't know I was Spider-Man?
Like, he
I actually kind of
was
agree
a
with Phil.
wizard.
Yeah, I do kind of agree with that. I wish they would have taken it in another direction, but I do like their incorporation of the multiverse.
Yeah. I
Yes,
think-
that's fair. I guess I just don't like how they're doing it personally. This is
Yeah.
before I've even seen the movies.
Sorry, I also saw that Jamie said that it's not supposed to be a continuation of the previous Spider-Man movies. It's supposed to be a continuation of the MCU plot itself.
Yeah.
So to get context, you need to watch WandaVision and Loki, which I haven't
I've
seen
seen both of
WandaVision
them.
yet.
I've seen both of them. They were both really good, and this just seems like the
Yo,
strangest
WandaVision, though?
conception of that.
I don't know. It is weird. I always think of like how in Civil War in the comics, that was the end of Spider-Man's career, not the beginning.
Yeah,
So-
true.
In reality, we kind of can't. I don't know. You really just kind of have to think of the MCU and just kind of think of it as like a.
It's a
It's
separate
just kind.
plot.
It's its own thing. Like it's just
Yeah.
they're doing their own thing. They're trying to make a new, like an interesting plot that is something that we've never seen before, and it doesn't always like.
Mhm.
I don't know. It depends. It might be good. It might not be.
Now, here's another thing. Switching topics to a different movie, Marvel related. I can't pronounce it, but Shang-Chi or whatever his name
Oh
is.
yeah, I
Oh,
have yet to
not
see
seen
that.
That is
Shang-Chi
not
or-
difficult to pronounce. But
I don't know.
Go
Is that
off.
how you say him though? Shang-Chi.
yeah, Shang-Chi.
Okay,
Yeah.
Shang-Chi. Okay. I didn't know if it was anything else. But without spoiling anything though, I know Caleb, you saw it, right?
Yep.
James, did you see it?
No, I haven't seen Shang-Chi.
So Philip,
I've
James,
seen it.
you've seen it. Okay. Cameron, you haven't seen it, right?
Correct.
Okay, well, I'm not going to try to spoil anything because it's still kind of fairly new out there. But let's just say this. The end credit might deal with Wanda. That's all I'm saying.
That is
That's all I'm
interesting.
saying. Because that just makes, I don't know. To me, it put it together because then it also could lead into Doctor Strange 2 as well.
Electric Boogaloo.
So,
Yeah.
or they could all meet up at the Hotel California, but that's an inside joke for anybody who's seen it.
All right. Well, this podcast's getting a little long. So we're gonna wrap it up here. Real quick, I do want to talk about one last thing. So actually tomorrow, my roommate is releasing his first ever mix. Or I shouldn't say first ever, first like annual mix that he's taken like hours and hours to create. It's a lot of heavier EDM stuff, dubstep, stuff like that. His name is Synergon. I'll link it. I'll link it below. I posted it on the Now Chat page. I'll throw it up there again tomorrow when it drops. But just go give that a listen. It's actually pretty good. I've listened to his mixes. He's been making it. It's awesome. Similarly, James, I'm hoping we're gonna be producing this music that you've been making relatively soon.
Please.
Yeah.
You
Basically,
mean me and James?
No,
no, just
Well,
me.
just James's music first.
Yeah.
Whatever.
We'll get stuff together.
you'll figure it out, Caleb.
But for my music, I basically all that's left is organizing what songs into what albums, and then making some album art.
Yeah, we're pretty close to being able to throw this music up there. I'm really
think,
excited.
Yeah, so the music that you guys hear at the end of each episode of the podcast is one of the songs that I made that'll be on the first album. So,
What's the name of that song?
Le Point Final, which is the final point.
Oh yeah. I like your coffee shop novel.
Thank you.
That one's like one of my favorites.
I really like that one too, yeah. I'll actually like put that on when I'm reading or something.
Cameron, I think next podcast, well, I don't know if I'll be there or not, but if I am, me and you, we need to spit our fire lyrics that we made today.
Oh my god. I forgot about that for a second. Oh
so
my god.
funny, dude. We just kept going all
We
day.
just kept going.
I thought you were gonna back down.
No, I wasn't gonna back down.
I wasn't backing down either.
All right, listen to the next podcast if you want to hear me and Dylan's fire Bars.
Well, thank you all
Alright.
for listening to this
Well, thank you all
episode.
for listening to this episode.
Thank you all for so much for listening to this episode.
Yeah, guys.
All I gotta
guys,
say
you know,
is
just
listening to this
thank
episode.
you for
Hey,
opening your ears.
all I gotta say is,
Caleb. Oh, Caleb, no.
What
Go
is
to
Caleb
Dylan's
not supposed
mom.
to do?
Oh my gosh.